Well, welcome to another episode of the Off Task Podcast. Off Task Wait, fuck. What is it called?
Off-task podcast.
The off-task podcast.
The Yogscast.
You have to like pause a little bit just to have your
The Off
tongue
Task
be able to
Cast.
reset.
Yeah, Off Task Cast Podcast.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Wait, when do we decide on that?
Oh, just watch the previous
when we
fucking
start-
podcast.
Yeah.
It'll work. Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Off Task Cast Podcast.
Mouthful.
Yay! We need a fucking soundtrack thing.
Yeah.
Soundboard. I'm thinking of
um,
getting ergonomic sounds or something. You play that.
Yeah.
You use that because apparently they have like a bunch of sound effects. Mix that in with my voice mod. Could really up the quality of things.
Quality of life.
So, the first topic was originally fake news, which is about that smoking thing.
But it's fake
Michael?
news, so
Yeah.
you can't spread fake news.
No, but then we can talk about smoking,
Preach.
like we literally just discussed a moment ago.
Smoking's bad.
Yeah, don't smoke, kids.
Don't
Yeah.
smoke, kids.
Well,
This has already gone to shit.
Definitely don't smoke kids, but kids don't smoke.
No, but Aston, you said the point about not stopping people from smoking.
Yeah, it won't stop people from smoking. They'll just make their own shit.
Oh yeah.
They'll just make their own freaking herbs and smoke that shit. It does not matter.
It does
Oh, yeah.
not.
But yeah, if they want to ban it by year 2020 or not 2020, 2040,
They
they can. It'll just make a black market for cigarettes.
So the thing is, I think they should just stop smoking altogether, and make it harder for people to actually do it because it's just harmful crap. It's just a pointless
is
addiction.
harmful.
It's like coffee.
Definitely
People
is.
just think it helps, but in reality, it's just an addiction to get you through the day. What they really should do is just not only remove it, but replace it with something else.
Well, don't we have vapes?
Yes.
Replace
Yeah.
it with vapes.
But apparently, some of those can be harmful to you as well, depending which. How much you use
Yeah,
it and
I
stuff.
think in America that gives you like what do they call it, like popcorn?
That's only if you actually inhale the liquid into your lungs. The
Oh
liquid.
God.
Which is not
Yeah,
good.
that kind of stuff. That's bad stuff. You don't want that stuff. But you can just get the stuff we have in Britain because apparently Britain has better vape stuff. So just use the stuff we got in Britain. Don't go onto a black market for fucking vape fluid.
Well, I think they should bring out more accessible weed in place of cigarettes because
Because okay, I don't know if weed is more harmful, so I'm not going to say anything about
No,
it.
it's not. It
No.
has literally no. It's literally recreational and medicinal
Isn't it the
purposes.
nicotine that's dangerous to you?
yeah,
Yes.
that's what's in cigarettes.
That is literally it.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that to get off cigarettes, you use nicotine-based products to get off it? It's like, that's the stuff that's going to kill you. Why are you using it to get off the cigarette?
Because the patches, I think when nicotine gets into your lungs, that's when it's bad. I think the patches are something different. So
So yeah, but okay, so when did he actually say he wanted cigarettes to be completely stopped?
He wants to up the age that I'm aware of. He wants to up the age every single year until it's inaccessible to anyone. So we're like basically the legal age of smoking. Sheep, ooh, pink sheep.
Michael,
The legal age of smoking is 18, and no, legal age of smoking is 16. But to buy it, you have to be 18. So what we're gonna do is they're gonna up the age each year. So this year it's
So wait,
this
he's
age.
not gonna up the age which you can smoke it. He's gonna up the age whether or not you can buy it.
Yeah.
So really, you could just be, you can be 18, not able to buy it, but just somehow get it. So if you somehow get it on the black market and buy it off the black market, you could just smoke it like it was a legal substance. So
Yeah.
really, this law ain't gonna do anything except from prevent legal citizens from getting their cigarettes.
Yes.
but it'll make it hard to get cigarettes because you think how many people are bothered to do stuff. If they have to go the extra mile to get stuff, they'll probably just go quit it altogether. Really, they'll probably find something more easy to get hold of. So
Yeah.
it will work with the majority of people at least.
Hopefully. Yeah, majority.
But yeah,
Is
you
in the
can't kill
goal.
everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's cigarettes. It'll eventually kill the people committing the lawbreak.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, that works, I suppose. Anywho, if that's all we got to do with this topic, what about the next one? Also, how am I sounding to you guys?
Good.
Good. Alright.
Well, the next topic is the one you brought up, chocolate one.
Oh yeah, the two people fell into a chocolate vat. Yeah, basically they just fell into a waist high chocolate vat, but like imagine if that happened. It was M&M's, so it wasn't the superior chocolate.
Yeah.
So like if I fell into that, I'd be like, oh no, I wouldn't have eaten it. It was M&M's. You don't eat raw M&M's, the chocolate. You need
No.
either the casein or the edible paper they use. You know, some freaking
Nuts.
food stuff like that. Yeah, like M&M crisp
Yeah,
stuff.
something
That's
with
the only
taste.
kind of chocolate. Terrible. Like I'm pretty sure the regular chocolate M&Ms, you know, those regular ones, those bland ones, are the least favorite out of everyone. Like I think peanut the most loved ones.
I hate peanuts.
And then you got crisp, and then you've got the regular chocolate. Yeah, I would not want to fall into a M&Ms. I would love to fall into either Galaxy or Dairy Milk vats, but like like they couldn't even get out by normal. They needed to like get like firefighters to come in and help them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because apparently chocolate is super dense, so it's super hard to get out of.
If they can't let it cool, they have to keep it at a certain temperature or it's going to harden.
Hmm.
It's even more dangerous.
I mean, room temperature melts chocolate, so you've already got to that point. What do you think of it, huh? Dream or nightmare?
Um, I don't mind. I mean,
You don't mind falling into a chocolate vat no matter what chocolate it is.
especially if it's waist deep. That's like ankle deep for me.
I mean, yeah.
I've got
You
to try it
just
myself.
got up to your shins.
I'll probably just come in there myself every now and again.
Hmm. You're so tall, you're just doing freaking chocolate angels
Yep.
instead of waist high. But yeah, people of City, I don't even know how they do it. I think they just fell like off the railing and just fell into the vat. I'm thinking it's foul play, not foul play, but like they wanted to fall into that chocolate. It's like, oh no, save me.
It's probably Augustus.
Meanwhile, they're taking handfuls of chocolate at a time. No,
Yeah.
don't let me in here.
It's probably a Augustus Gloop situation where they're trying to get Nick some and fell in.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of the episode of 911 where a dude is like apparently got exercise or something. Was fair. Used to be a chocoholic, and he basically got into one of the chocolate factories and had the same thing. But apparently, this one was like body height, so he could actually drown in it. So like, I like watched that like a week before. It's like the world knew, but it would be something I've already watched. City, I would invite that to have to be there.
Yeah.
Trying
Not
chocolate.
M&M's or Malteser's chocolate. Malteser's chocolate is subpar. The only thing that saves it is that is the freaking crisp in the middle. And even then, if you don't like eat too much, like if you eat more than a regular sized Malteser's bag, you're already done. You're gonna get sick of it so quickly. But people love it. It's until they get sick of it 5 seconds later. That's why I find it a bit insulting to give you. All right, back in school, you know when you're like leaving school, your secondary school, your primary school, you buy your most loved teacher like a box of chocolates or something. You get him a massive box of Maltesers. So like that stuff, like yeah, it's nice for a little bit, but then you start to regret everything by like the 12th Malteser. Like it starts getting stuck in your teeth. The weird crisp stuff starts like feeling weird. Yeah, I love chocolate, but like, there's only so much chocolate I love.
That's a lot.
Anyway, now that I've carried that little section, you guys want to try something?
No.
No.
Well, speaking of people
No, no.
falling,
Just don't
Say
be
that?
an idiot.
Oh yeah.
if people falling into things, I think he fell down the stairs, didn't he? Again.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When
Joe
hasn't
Biden
he
fell
gone
up
down
the
the stairs?
stairs again. It was windy that day again.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a plane, of course, it'll be windy, but that's why you got those little solid guardrails, so the wind doesn't catch you as much. You enjoy yourself there. But I never understood falling up freaking stairs. Unless you're in a rush, but this dude was just walking up the stairs like every day, and it's like, whoop, fell up the stairs, whoops. I would like to show the video on the podcast, but I'll probably get in trouble.
Hmm.
I mean, imagine
Taken
getting
down
in
for being
trouble for
racist.
showing a video of the president falling up some stairs.
Because it's slander.
It's not slander if there's video evidence.
It's all slander.
No, it's not. How is it video evidence? Oh, that's slander, mate.
Seriously speaking, it.
Well,
Speaking of it, is slander.
Some of them may be true,
I
still be
keep
slander.
educating. It's not. Do you not understand what slander is?
Slander's saying something bad about someone, even if it's true or even if it's false.
that's
No,
not.
slander is saying something bad, something about someone when it's false.
He didn't fall up some
Telling the
stairs.
truth
Fake
is
news.
telling the truth.
He didn't fall up the stairs. It's fake news.
Fake news. I wonder if Joe Biden started to use that phrase too. It's like all the bad reporting against him was like, no, that's fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake nudes. Fake nudes.
Send news. News. Oh, that would be our food.
Should we get it then, bitch?
Nah,
Ugh.
you can sit there for a while. I'll look at it longingly during this podcast.
Oh, you say the wind knocked him down.
That was the first time he fell up the stairs. He fell up the stairs 3 times last time. He only did it 1 time this time. He's getting better.
Reminds me of Mr. Burns. Whenever a gust of wind would just take him away. He's a 1,000-year-old, feeble old man.
The Simpsons was pretty good. Was good. It's fallen off a little bit.
Oh, they've massively milked it. I don't know how they can get any more, what's it called? Any more content from it.
I mean, they've made what, like almost like 1,500 episodes.
I don't know.
I don't know how many episodes. Alexa, how many episodes of The Simpsons are there?
According to DreamNews.com, The Simpsons has 731 episodes. The
Oh,
Simpsons has 9 seasons, and The Simpsons started on the 17th of December 1989.
so not 1,000.
I've been watching the Simpsons quite, so I can't have an opinion.
My food there?
No, you told me to take your order off.
Prick.
Prick, I did what you told me to do.
First time in forever.
The only prick here is the person who won't share his 1.75 liter of bottle of Coke.
I'll make my own Coke. I don't know why these people do this.
Do what? What, just trap the villagers?
They're just in.
Are you talking about the game?
Yeah, he's talking about the game.
Ugh.
Like a little silly boy.
Well,
Next. We are not lasting long in these categories.
no.
Oh, you know those crispy roll things, Milky Way?
Yeah, the ones where they used to have crispy Milky Way rolls.
Yeah.
They were nice. They were really nice. But well, it's Michael's subject. He could talk about it.
They stopped making them. It's been discontinued now.
Okay.
which is very, very sad, along with many, many other things, which is very sad. But I need to.
They got rid of
search
one
up.
of their best chocolate products. Yeah, go ahead. It doesn't matter. Jesus.
Don't be a dick, Ashton.
I'm not being a dick. She's just being silly.
Yes, you're being a dick. She's asking a question. Can't punish her for it.
I'm not punishing. Who said I was punishing her?
Oh no, Aston, you
Speaking
use
to
words as
dick.
punishment to Michael because he didn't
Oh
understand.
no. Being annoyed when she knew that you were doing something. Oh no. How illegal of you. She's phoning the police.
Okay. Well,
Everyone's a fucking snowflake.
another thing.
Actually,
Hydrogen
you're
power.
not liking something that someone said.
Just drop it. Hydrogen power. That's
Say
the
that
topic.
again?
Hydrogen power. That's the topic.
Hydrogen power, what's that?
Oh yeah. Ah.
Do you mean what's that, Michael?
What's
And-
hydrogen power? Yeah.
I think you've been working with for probably a week now.
I haven't been working with it, but it's a new source of heat. It's a new
Energy.
element coming to basically plumbing and
To a place near you.
basically the world as a whole. What they're doing is they're removing basically natural gases, and replacing them with hydrogen, which is a man-made solution.
Mm.
But the only downside is they can't have it in. That's the charged creeper. The only downside is when it comes to the gas hobs, the hydrogen when you burn it doesn't. You can't see anything in it, so it looks clear. So you're burning
Okay.
it. There's heat from it, but you can't see it. So, like, say if there's a gas leak, there's no actual smell to it. So they're gonna have to tweak that.
Really?
That I know of.
You'll probably have
That's
to get
hydrogen
something
made.
that changes color when the thing comes with contact.
Oh, that's a bit.
That's
I thought they were just doing hydrogen powered stuff, like it was electrical.
They are.
Then shouldn't the gas be the same? Because it should be hydrogen powering, creating electricity to power heat to heat the gas, right? So
that's what
shouldn't
they're
the gas
basically trying to do.
should be smellable because it's still gas. No, it's hydrogen gas.
Because hydrogen is man-made. Normal gas is not man-made.
You find it in the ground.
Yeah.
Yes, it's made up from basically dead things. It's I can't remember if it's one
Yeah, yeah.
before oil or after oil or however it's made. I cannot remember.
All the same thing, I think.
And
When
Yeah.
when fossilized things get compressed, they create oil and gases. It depends on how much pressure, I think, and on how much oil or whatever is.
I find it funny how much stuff we can get from the earth just based on pressure. I mean, you get diamonds from coal being pressurized by the ground, and then you've got oil from the ground because of the pressure on a decomposing dinosaur.
Mm.
It's like the earth provides. Anywho, Michael.
as I was saying, when it comes to the hydrogen, there's no smell to it that I know of. I haven't worked with hydrogen, so I don't know. But when you light it, there is no actual light. You can't see anything from it. So it's basically all you feel is heat. So say if you put it on a stove, you can't see that the stove is actually on, or smell it. I'm pretty sure.
So it's a super dangerous household thing.
Yes.
Oh, Michael's gonna Google it.
Okay.
That was a flock of birds that just flew by. I don't even know if that got caught on the mic.
Hydrogen is invisible and does not smell. So they're gonna have to tweak it like what is it? I think it's gas. When it comes to normal gas, it doesn't actually have a smell, so they had to make it so it does have a smell. But
Why
there's a
not mix
color.
it with cow farts?
Hmm?
Cow farts smell. Mix it with cow farts.
It's not that simple. Like natural gas that we've got, that doesn't smell either, but they've added something to it to make it smell.
Mm.
But the light, when you light it, it already smells. You could already see that it's blue, and you can actually see that it's heated.
Yes.
Mm.
So if you want a hydrogen hob, which honestly, I don't think they should have a hydrogen hob. They should only have hydrogen boilers, because hobs can just go electric, which which is much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got electric.
Well, I
Then just
consider
have the
And it's
hydrogen
much
power
easier.
power the electric hob.
Yeah,
I consider those dangerous because I remember on holiday I had to use one, and you could not tell if that thing was hot or not, and it was just
What, the electric?
yeah, and
Yeah, we have one. It like goes bright red when it's heating up, but as soon
Yeah.
as it's heated all the way, it just doesn't have the color anymore.
well, not only that, if you turn it off, it takes time to cool down, obviously, but you won't know that
That too.
if you just walk into the kitchen and see a turned off thing.
Yeah. Well, my stove has a blinking red light when it's cooling down, or when it's on. It has a light that's constantly on when it's on. That and the fact that either steam or smoke comes off it when it's on
Not,
because it's so hot.
not when I saw on holiday. That one, there's only a light for when it's on, but if you turn it off when you finish cooking, you stayed away from the fucking thing because you never knew.
I feel like, however, I feel like you wouldn't really be able to easily burn yourself on a hydrogen hob because you're gonna feel the heat before you reach the flames.
it's the same as a gas hob, but the only thing with hydrogen is you can't see it, or smell it, which is the only
Hear it.
dangerous part of hydrogen. Because all it takes is a hydrogen leak in a house, and you'd be totally suffocated without even realizing, because you can't smell it.
Lovely.
So they did have to add a tint to make it smell, which is easy. It's the same as gas, so they'll just do that. When it comes to it, the only thing I can think of is they can make it a not a solution. They can make a hob,
An
whereas
alloy?
the material is made out of magnesium. Because when you burn magnesium, it makes it look green. It looks green. So
Ooh.
if they add magnesium, like small little flakes of magnesium, in the fire where the fire actually is, and it feeds it, and
So if
just
you want a cool looking hob, change the hydrogen.
Yeah.
like that's what I'm thinking of what could be done, but it would come down to
But you've barely gotten into
how
plumbing, so you wouldn't know shit.
I know shit. I know more shit than most people, than basically anyone. I know as much as a
I mean, I went to science class too, and the first thing they taught you is if you burn magnesium or something, it changes color, the flame. So yeah, not the first thing.
yeah, and that's the first thing I can think of that can when you burn it, it turns a color. So if you add hydrogen and magnesium, green light, or a colored light, or mostly green, which is good. That means you can see the flame. So that's sorted, the smell sorted, that's just easily done.
Oh, we should bring that up with the scientist who's currently working with it. I'm sure they haven't thought of that yet. Was it
You'll
Dick
be
Movie
surprised. There
said?
was an intern in NASA who found a planet
Who
in
found a
the
planet?
first 3 days of his internship.
Okay.
Well, Michael,
Mm.
there are planets everywhere. Of course, there's somebody who's gonna find a planet.
I know, as in a new
I thought
planet.
you were gonna talk about that YouTuber who went to talk with Elon Musk and spoke about Elon Musk's new rocket, and they basically talked about I don't know the scientific shit about their rocket's fuel projection or and flying object or whatever. And basically, apparently, there's a super efficient engine thing to let the ship fly, and he said he would only put that onto the boosters. The YouTuber said, "Why not just put it also on the ship's main rockets?" And Elon Musk went like, "Oh, we didn't think of that. We should incorporate that," and they did, and now it's way better.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, it's fresh new eyes could always help, unless they're baby eyes, and then they won't help because they won't see shit.
Well, I thought it was going to be sort of like the hydrogen cars, where Honda created the hydrogen car quite a while ago, and it was just basically a
Wait,
generator
Honda
powered.
made one.
I think it was Honda. Honda. I think
Honda?
it was ages ago. But I thought what they were going to do is basically take that, where it's basically a small portable power station powered by hydrogen, and it generates electricity, and then it produces water as an outcome, as not outcome, as out the exhaust, and apparently it's been strong enough to like sort of power a whole street just from a car. So
Whole street. I
Yeah.
mean, depending on how big it is, can power a whole street.
Not just the car itself. If you hook the car up, apparently it could power the whole
Oh, there was this one thing in freaking I saw on YouTube. There was like this electric car company or a company that basically powers electric cars. Um, and like it was like, oh yeah, we got these cars. They got like these T batteries or motors. No, T batteries for the cars under the cars, and like we are the best place to power electric cars. And they were asked a question: how does the cars get powered? Like, where does the building take the power from? And the answer, you want to take a guess?
a coal burning station, I would assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
98% of that building is powered by a coal mine.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be all virtuous, like, oh yes, everything we use is powered by electricity. And they don't want to say that it's powered by coal machines. It's just it's a brilliant curb your enthusiasm moment.
Well, it's literally just Prius owners in a nutshell. We talk about how much better the car is for the environment, but not only is the lithium in the battery, to make the batteries themselves is a ridiculous amount of fuel used when it's being shipped about between countries and stuff like that. But
I think every
the
battery
power,
is.
the power that it used obviously would have been from coal burning generators and stuff like that, from the mains. So it's ridiculous. That's why electric cars and hybrid cars are not the best solution. I mean, what electric cars are, if we can,
If they're used properly, if they're powered properly.
yeah, and obviously have better.
They, actually renewable energy and not coal energy.
Yeah. And if they don't use batteries, it's better.
Like, they really need to think things through if they're gonna boast like that. Like, we're the best. We're so virtuous. We're saving the planet. But the way we're doing it is by burning way more than we ever were before.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They already knew that. They just wanted to tell people because people just don't care. You just tell people, using electric, they just assume you're doing good for the planet.
Yeah.
It's just what people do. That's why Prius was such
Yeah,
a
people are
popular car.
blind. People are sheep. Wake up, sheeple! As I hear that coming from Michael's mic.
But yeah.
There's no sheep around the world.
New topic, but not anything to do with the world. It's about personal stuff. We're currently bidding on a council house.
Oh, nice.
And apparently it's only a 3-bedroom house, but hopefully
Where the dining room.
some spinning around, we could probably get a room of our own.
Okay.
And if we could somehow do that, I would love it very much. And there was such a pathetic excuse from Mum on why we are only betting on a 3-bedroom house.
Why is that?
Because apparently you and me get along so well from when we're living together already.
If we get a bigger room that actually has a stable floor.
Oh yeah, a stable
That'd be
floor would be
fine.
nice.
Yeah.
Because this floor is killing my back. It's been killing my back.
I don't know how it's killing your back. My back is perfectly fine.
I'm
Like,
currently
honestly,
doing the
absolutely nothing
freaking
wrong with
Michael Jackson lean in my chair right now, Michael.
Do you know why? It's because you sit like that and you
What?
down, laying back, and then you're sitting up, laying back, sitting back, laying back. If your back actually hurts that
This
much, don't lay back.
means
Sit on your bed for an hour.
nothing. Means nothing though. I don't know what you're talking about because whatever you just said means nothing. Anywho.
Yeah. With the cars, the only issue with electric cars is the batteries, because I think it's like even if you do something like the quick charging, that I think it goes down. I mean, you only have to wait half an hour.
The battery get less useful over time as well.
Yeah. I think it was like with normal charge. With normal. With normal charging, the batteries last like 5 years before they have to be replaced. But if you do the quick charging thing, which makes you only have to wait half an hour, which is, well, it might have changed, it might have improved, but from what I remember, it was like half an hour. You have to change it after like 3 years or something. And it's sort of ridiculous because batteries use lithium. And I've seen This
The batteries cost so much and use so much unrenewable materials too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the batteries in lithium. I watched Abandoned Engineering, and it showed an old lithium mine, and Jesus Christ, the water was purple, and everything was
Ew.
dead. It was like it was surrounded by forest, but the area was like a desert. That's how dead everything was in there, just from the lithium
Yeesh.
mining.
Don't mine lithium, kids. Bad idea.
Obviously, to be honest, that was from the 1800s, that mine. But even though it's improved, that's the effects lithium can have, that lithium mining can have, and it's just ridiculous.
If done poorly.
Yeah, but if it's done well, it's still a hazard.
Mm.
Because other than radiation, well, not even that, because Chernobyl, that still has some sort of plant life. This place was just dead.
Yeah. Wow. So confirmed, lithium more deadly than nuclear. Than nukes, I mean.
Mm.
Tell that to your parents, kids.
King John Oink.
But yeah. So, if they can find a different way of powering electric cars, aka hydrogen powered cars, that's the best option. But nobody seems to be doing it. If we're going to
Yeah,
hydrogen so
nobody
often,
wants to do it.
we should definitely go into hydrogen cars because, well, let's be honest, if they charge, I don't know, like £10 a fucking litre, it's probably won't even be that expensive because
What?
you probably only have to refuel once a month. That's how efficient a hydrogen power could be. So it's a lot better option. Even people do get greedy with selling it. So
Yeah.
obviously they shouldn't, because they only charge how much it costs to make the
Like the
lithium,
stuff-
not lithium, the
And
hydrogen.
stuff what's happening with oil makers now. Everything all the oil they're selling is super expensive. But I don't blame them
Hmm.
because they're being restricted on everything they do now. All the oil they're producing is getting less and less, while the demand is getting higher and higher, making it more expensive. So like it's kind of not their fault, sadly.
Also,
They're being forced to that.
we should probably work on an artificial fuel as well, just as like a
That's
car enthusiast sort of point of view, because even let's say we use up all the natural resources and can't run petrol cars anymore, people are still going to want to see like the old Mustangs and stuff still running. So
Yeah.
they should really work on a replacement for that as well, because let's say
That's not a priority right now.
you can run petrol cars off of I don't know, a kind of beer.
I would say
Not
it's
as well.
unnecessary, but the problem is fuel goes off. It's weird. Fuel has an expiration date.
Oh yeah, it gets slimy and stuff and clogs up
Yeah.
the system. But
It'd be nice if it didn't, but because it does, that makes it more valuable, I suppose. An artificial fuel source is definitely something we need, but like that ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen unless we somehow convert all the old cars to
Oh.
work with the new fuel. But that would just change the engine and everything.
yeah, people would not want to do that because like obviously with Mustangs with traditional V8s, people would not want to abandon that.
Yeah.
They want to keep cars as original as possible, and I agree with them because it is heritage. I mean,
Yeah.
to us, to a lot of people, it's just somebody's fancy showboating vehicle. But at one point, somebody's grandparents worked on one of those cars, and they're probably quite proud of that fact. So they don't want to
Yeah.
just let them become
Like-
an engineering of it.
Some kids have gotten cars from their dead father. They probably want to keep that car the same.
Yeah.
Which is
That reminds me of that story of you know the kid whose
No.
father was a police officer and died, and they had to put his
Ah,
police
good
car
story.
up for auction for charity,
Mm.
and he couldn't buy the car anymore because he got outbidded. But then some farmer bought it for him. That was a nice moment.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure if I was that kid, I would want to keep the car the same and still drive it around. I mean, he said he plans to give it to his children.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of what's the word? Optimistic, considering like he thinks that car will survive until then.
Oh, cars survive long. It in the oh fuck, what was it called? the Transport Museum, they've got a car that was got over 100 years old, and that still runs.
It still drives.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because cars, you can get
Oh.
cars to run, as long as you
Ye-
keep good maintenance. And if you don't keep good maintenance, you can always redo them, mostly. So it's...
You think that's impressive? There's a car that has over 1,000,000 miles on it. No, that's thinking 1,000,000 miles, but the engine has been changed, I think, twice. But I think it's a
So it's
Civic,
not.
a Honda Civic, but it's like one of the most reliable cars I think he's ever gotten.
Oh,
I don't think it's a Honda Civic though, to be honest.
yeah.
So anyway, you were saying, Owen?
Yeah, so the cars, you can keep cars running forever, and that's the thing. People are going to want to keep them running. So,
Understandable.
you know, creating synthetic fuel would also be quite helpful, especially if burning that fuel in a normal petrol engine causes less emissions. Then that'd be
That,
better.
and if the waste was renewable,
Hmm.
that would be awesome. But like, this is probably gonna have to like make a new freaking like element or something, you know?
Hmm.
At that level of science will have to be achieved to get stuff like that.
I don't know. Well,
And
yeah,
I do not see that happening anywhere near our lifetimes. Probably not even our grandkids' lifetimes.
You'll be
I don't know.
surprised.
you can surprise. I mean, we
In
could for something Mars.
our
Unless we go
granddad's
to war.
generation, they just barely had cars, I think.
If we go to war, our technology will
Holy shit.
go into hyperdrive in
Yeah.
what was that?
Aston.
Yeah, cool, Michael. Stop talking about the game.
Fuck you.
Yeah, well, cars. Don't forget, cars have been around since before the First World War.
Since the cavemen.
So, yeah, cars would be practically immortalized in some shape or form. But there's also a thing like diesel cars. They can be run off chip fat or chip oil.
That'd be cool.
That's what McDonald's does. They run their diesel trucks off their
cool.
excess
Buy a bunch of Pringles.
thing and stuff like that. That's what we really need
Yeah, chip fat.
because we
I
focus.
mean, you no longer need to buy fuel. Just go out, buy some Pringles, burn a little bit. Like, have you seen how much oil comes off freaking a Pringles chip?
No.
Mum showed me, and it was ridiculous how much oil came off one chip. I wouldn't say a shot, but like it was. I don't know. It wasn't that much, but if you could just burn an entire can of Pringles, you would get a lot of oil from it.
Mm. Yeah, people
So yeah, that could probably work.
people focus too much on electricity, and we should really look at literally synthetic fuel
Other
because
things.
that'd be so much more helpful.
Even parents, when you have your dream job, you're always told at least have a plan B if it doesn't work out. What if electricity doesn't work out, huh?
Yeah, because literally the best option we've got for electricity is hydrogen power, and nobody seems to be going on that. And that's the only thing we
Yeah.
should be worried about. Everything else really should not be looking into because it's just not an alternative.
And don't even get me started about nuclear power.
Mm.
Ugh,
It's not.
nobody wants to touch that shit.
Well, yeah, because of the 3 disasters that happened. And that's it.
I thought it was two.
It was 3.
Oh,
Can't remember exactly what they're called, but there were 3.
Chernobyl.
Well, yeah, Chernobyl's definitely one of
Yes.
them.
Hiroshima.
What? No, that was a bomb. That wasn't a.
Yeah. There was a nuclear explosion in Hiroshima as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's called the bomb.
Hiroshima's not loving life right now.
And the bathroom with a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Get it, Michael?
Yeah.
Yes. Ha ha ha.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm just looking, Michael. You're talking about a nuclear power station,
I
right?
like this stuff
Because there was a bomb dropped on Hiroshima, and that doesn't count as nuclear power. That's just nuclear war.
Potato, potato.
No.
No. But also, there's another thing. There's about nuclear power. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's basically
Oh.
in creating nuclear energy or something. There's also another energy you can get from it. That's practically infinite. I can't remember what it's
Nuclear?
called. Yeah, it was actually they discovered they can split the atom or something like that. All it was to create the bomb. They realized that if they can harness the energy from the split or something like that, they can actually create infinite power.
What, from the atoms?
That's not what's it called? Not nuclear.
Oh, why didn't they do that? Oh yeah, because we stopped on.
Well, because it's near
Budget.
impossible.
Oh, that's
It takes a lot of science to work it out. It's sort of like
A lot of science. Need to get those science points up.
well, wave power, harnessing power from the waves. The waves are there and they're constant. We just need to work out how to turn that into electricity. That's the sort of issue. It's just that it's right there at the tip of our tongues, but we just don't have the right answer to get.
Don't worry, a war would figure it out.
Yeah.
We'd figure it out if there was a war.
Well, after the war, Nazi scientists were hired by other countries to try and work this out. I can't remember which country it was. They fell on their arse about it because the scientist lied because he thought he could, but he just spent all the money trying to work it out.
I thought you were about to say he spent all the money on hookers or something.
It wouldn't surprise
That man was later executed.
He certainly tried, but he said he could, but he obviously couldn't. So
He could, but he'll have to harness the power of the sun to do so,
Hmm.
which is kind of counterproductive because why not just harness the power of the sun to, power it?
But the first country to figure that out can literally power the world. They'll be the richest country in the world.
Yeah, probably. And the man
could
who
buy
would
America.
be the richest person in the world.
I got no fucking sticks to make a craft.
Michael, stop talking about the game.
But yeah. So hydrogen
not-
power is
not
definitely the way forward at the moment, and certainly looking to alternate fuel power.
Isn't it bad to talk in certainties like that?
Huh?
Don't you have to be like allegedly? Otherwise, you'll be like, no, actually, sir, you're completely and utterly wrong, and that's misinformation. That can get you in trouble.
But wouldn't them saying
That's
that be
just
alleged to?
consensual.
If mine's allegedly, wouldn't they be allegedly saying that it's wrong?
That too, but they'll say allegedly, and you won't say allegedly, so you'll be the one in trouble. It's a
No,
bit
I
like
won't,
the
'cause
bully
I'll just tell them to kiss my ass.
a bit like the bully punching you and not in the view of the teacher, but then you punch back in the view of the teacher, and you're the one who gets in trouble. That's kind of like what it is.
Yeah, the others won't punch in the front of the teacher. I'm not saying allegedly
Yeah,
because I know.
it's a moment of passion, and they just walked through the door after you got punched.
And oh wait, patience
Your
is
way.
key.
We're talking about as a kid.
Yeah, patience.
Patience as a kid.
Yeah, not everybody has ADHD, Aston.
Hey,
Oh,
everyone has ADHD.
that one was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
There is literally nothing wrong with people on Twitter. They will find something wrong with them.
I think the skeleton's broken, Aston.
Michael, stop talking about the game.
No, seriously.
Michael, prime example of ADHD.
Ooh, a chicken.
My God, but like if living together in the same room with ADHD and autism, not fun.
Oh, it is amusing sometimes.
Hmm.
I would.
Not when your stupidity is frustrating, Michael. Anyway, if that's everything we got to do with hydrogen power. Oh yeah, we were also going to talk about how you're going to be able to work with hydrogen power, and it's going to give you loads of money.
Oh yeah, you think gas safe people are on a lot of money? For about £200 a day, I could be upwards of £400 a day.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of money.
Oh yeah.
But like, won't that take you 2 years to get to work?
Absolutely.
Make it work.
People spend how many years to become a lawyer?
5? I don't know.
People
I don't know.
People spend 5 years to become a teacher and just hate kids.
Oh
so-
yeah.
Yeah, 5 years to become a teacher just to bully kids. Wow. Really just wasting your life there, mate. I've never understood that. Why become a teacher if you just hate kids anyway?
I don't know.
Like, if you want to work with kids but hate kids, just... Actually, no, that might be a little bit too dark.
Okay.
Ah, fuck it, I'll say it.
Kidnap them and murder
Be,
them.
be an abortion doctor.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
What? You hate kids, but you want to work with them? Become an abortionist. think that's a different word. I think that's a different meaning, actually. What's the actual word for an abortion doctor? I guess it would just
I
be
don't
a doctor.
Yeah, probably.
God, I'm dumb.
Yes.
Probably
Hey, you're not
environmentalist.
allowed to agree, Michael.
Aston, I'm gonna be a hydrogen safe plumber, so you can't say anything.
You're still dumb, Michael.
Yeah, I
This
can
dumb
second
person
that.
will be on fucking big bucks.
Yeah. And be losing big bucks because he spends it like an idiot.
Hmm.
Aston, Owen, how the fuck would I spend how much a month?
I don't fucking know. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Hmm.
£2,500
I mean,
I'd
you
have
seem
to
to have
spend
a
a
habit
month.
of buying bikes that don't work. That'd probably take
Yeah.
most of your money.
That was a violation, personally. Did we should we say what happened to your bike, Michael, on the podcast? Imagine a hydrogen-powered bike. That would destroy your legs. Don't hydrogen-powered engines have to be pretty big compared to our current engines?
Well, not really. I'm pretty sure the.
I mean, Michael's hydrogen-powered freaking radiators could be the size of our beds.
Yeah, but that's those ridiculous
Oh my
generator
fucking
things.
god.
The car. I'm pretty sure it was literally just put into the chassis of the car. It wasn't that big. It was just a small battery power station thing. It was literally like a few
But
inches
what if it
tall.
was put onto a bike though?
Well, I imagine they just make it smaller. I'm pretty sure that's to move all the weight of the car. If it's a bike, they probably do what they normally do, just have where they have two-cylinder engines. It's just going to be I don't know. I don't know what power it
Help.
generates, but I was I don't know 600 watt power station. I don't know. Maybe it only needs a 0.5 of a litre tank for it.
Mm.
It'll just use less power.
And you said you could get hydrogen just in a bottle and put it into your car.
I never said
No
that.
more jerry cans.
When I saw James May review one, it was basically like a normal petrol pump, the way he fueled it. So
Mm.
just that.
Okay. So cool. We're just and instead of having trucks deliver all that shit, just make pipes go throughout the entire world.
That's where a lot of money would have to come in.
Pretty sure a lot of money to freaking get the hydrogen power thing to work, Michael.
A lot.
Yeah, well, most of it's already
I
done
mean,
by
how
Honda.
much would it be to get hydrogen to start working?
It's about, I think, £2,000 for the boiler itself.
Mm.
Then normal boilers are like £200. No, £800.
Now, electricity cars cost about 50 grand, correct? Now, people can't usually afford 50 grand car.
Electric cars
Imagine
aren't
how
50
much a
grand.
hydrogen car would cost.
They're not 50 grand.
Brand new technology. Never seen before. Never seen before.
Aston.
Never used publicly before. That would probably cost what, a good 100 grand for one car.
Possibly, but it
Especially
depends.
if it's super complicated to create over and over again to mass produce.
Well, I
That would
suppose
cost loads.
I suppose it depends on who makes it and how they make
No.
it. Like with how cars today, it depends
Oh
on
my god, the risk I just took.
how they make it.
Elon
And
Musk about to freaking, make me eat my words.
but it's literally. I think the only issue of hydrogen cars at the moment is the same issue electric cars used to have. It's just refueling stations are just not common.
Ah, yes.
If they get
You have
those
to get
common,
the government to go, yes, let's make those things.
you have to get government. You can just get independent petrol stations to do it. Like if Shell suddenly decides they're going to get
land.
into it, the Shell can buy
Don't know.
add hydrogen pumps, and then you can refuel at Shell stations. But you know,
But that will never happen.
so far I haven't looked too much into this, but all I've heard of is just that one car. Technically two, because there was a prototype or concept before the actual car came out. But I find it's very weird that you get the hydrogen from the water, and the only thing it produces is more water. That's like not only renewable, but does no emissions.
It duplicates.
Well, I don't
You
imagine.
get water from the water.
I imagine it's the same water in, same water out, or less out, whatever.
Hmm.
I don't think it duplicates.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's
Physicists hate him. Find out one reason why. I get water from water.
So yeah,
And you know that's flopped.
I just think should stop going on about electric cars and try to work on hydrogen or synthetic fuels.
Yeah, but nobody wants to do that. No, the only time they'll stop working on electric cars and move on to hydrogen if it is undeniable that electricity cars have failed, or just yeah.
Or
I'll still do both.
well, or they can just work out a better way than using batteries in electric cars. That's also another thing you could do. Because batteries are the main inhibitor of electric cars. Because not only does it take a while for them to charge up, but they don't have much range as petrol cars, and they wear down over time. So it's all about convenience and stuff.
Yeah. But nothing needs to be convenient, huh?
Yeah.
Right, if we're done with hydrogen power, we've got another topic.
Righto.
Let's see. Politics. We've got tanks as a backup.
Oh,
Which is interesting.
Any new tanks?
I remember didn't watch too much about it because there's this one tank I think produced by Russia that's immune to a sort of missile or something like that, or has better protection against a missile. But I don't look into it because it was surrounded by what was. This was actually, I think, probably about a month ago, but probably people were supposed to talk about it because they're talking about this for fucking years now. Is if tank's outdated. If tank is no longer.
They're talking about so much the tank is now outdated.
No, they keep talking about is the tank outdated? Is the tank no longer?
Oh, is it?
Because they keep bringing it up. The thing is, they seem to forget a tank isn't a defined thing. There's so many different kinds of tanks you can build.
What is a tank?
If you build a tank with, I don't know, jelly armor, and it works, that's still a tank.
I mean, think about it. A jelly armored tank could probably work because it would absorb the blow of the rocket, of the shell, wouldn't it?
No.
A jelly armored tank would work.
No.
where the bombers of the bases be?
Just don't hit it with napalm or anything.
First of all, bullets go through gelatin like nothing, so it won't protect the crew.
Okay, well,
And that's just
Alright.
handguns. If you go if normal, like normal tank cannons, they can go through like 3 centimeters thick steel.
That's very thick, Aston.
I stand corrected.
Maybe high
Special
explosive shells. Maybe.
Maybe.
But high explosive shells haven't been used since World War II. It's all about high explosive anti-tanks and stuff like that. Because
Did you hear? Actually, didn't hear. There's a.
there's a what?
Holy crap, that is some pure ADHD I just saw.
There
that.
was a tank in, I think, either the end of World War One or the end of World War Two. That was, I think, an anti. There was an actual genuine tank, and it weighed 150 tons. It was 150 feet high.
Oh.
Oh,
God knows what it's called, but it was a German tank. I'm pretty
oh,
sure.
the rat. That was just a concept that never happened.
What did happen?
No, it used cannons from a battleship.
Yeah.
It would have been basically a massive target for artillery.
Yep.
Other tanks wouldn't be able to penetrate it, but you know, bombs can. If it was bigger than a building, bomber planes could take it down with ease.
It's not a good idea.
No.
Yeah, I was sort. you remember those games where like it's basically America versus Germany game, and like the very final boss is just this massive fucking German tank.
That
I
can,
remember that. I can't remember what the game was called, but like if you think about it, yeah, that could easily just be taken out by some artillery or something.
mm.
Blood creeper. The crescent
Um,
creeper.
What was it? Was it the mouse by any chance? 'Cause that's the most common, or most famous big German tank. It was the biggest, I think. Not the biggest tank, but the biggest
really?
German one. The biggest tank was the Char C2, I think it was, which is a French tank, and that was like
Aston,
6
can you stop
meters
dying
long.
for like a minute?
Hey,
What's
Michael,
like
can I
that?
sign your character?
No.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, just joking a little bit.
So yeah,
Tears in my eyes.
yeah, because
That was some fire.
the reason why people keep bringing the whole tank thing up is are they outdated? Is because tanks are getting taken out by handheld weaponry, like handheld grenades and stuff like that. But the thing is about a tank is that if you can build armor to prevent that, that's what the tank will be then. There's no definitive thing for a tank other than it's a tracked, armored, and weaponized vehicle. It's got to have some sort of weapon, armor, and tracks, and that's the tank. The tracks can be of any size, the armor can be of any width. The armor can be of any kind, because there's different kinds of armor. Because obviously there's normal armor plating, and then there's spaced armor, which you have a panel of metal in front of the normal panel armor, which helps against high explosive shells. And then there's the reactive armor, which is explosive
Isn't the
armor.
reactive armor that you said that would basically make the Chinese tanks do nothing?
Oh yeah, I said the Chinese tanks had no, at least the ones I saw had no reactive armor, which means they was very vulnerable to things like rocket launchers.
Oh, speaking of China, they've finished moving all their troops and shit over to Taiwan. So any moment now, there's going to be war in Taiwan.
Okay.
Just a little daily update. Daily, weekly update.
Mm. So yeah, it's I just hate those conversations. I always see them over the YouTube, and it's just like, why are you still talking about this? Clearly, no, because if that was the case, tanks would have been outdated by World War One. Hitler would not have tried to use tanks in World War Two if they were that bad. But Hitler built different kinds of tanks. He built fast ones.
He built big ones.
Yeah. So, and that shocked the world whenever we
Big
thought tanks
ones.
was outdated. Well, I didn't think they were outdated because there's still new tanks being made, and they were like sort of used as SWAT vehicles and stuff like that. But if, by the logic of today, what people are saying with tanks, then they should have been disused in World War Two, which they weren't, because they're incredibly useful vehicles. Because you can not only protect the people driving them.
Oh yeah, armor that can protect a person driving it would be rather useful.
But it's
I would like that in my vehicle, but I don't have a vehicle, so ain't gonna happen.
and yeah, and if you've got a weapon on it, obviously you can attack other people. It's just an arms race, really, of whoever has the best armor or the best weapon to destroy armor.
Like I said, war boosts technology production
Yeah.
or advancement. Although I don't see war helping out with how to make your Tamagotchi look more realistic.
And you'd be surprised, super glue came from war.
Wow.
Because originally it used to heal up wounds. That's why it sticks to your skin so fucking easily.
Oh, yeah. But it also just makes it look like you're, like, shedding your skin.
Super glue? That literally rips your skin off. I remember PVA glue, I did that a lot with PVA glue.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is a result from probably super
That glue.
But yeah, it's tanks. I just don't think tanks will ever be outdated. As long as they keep putting the technology in them, they'll be more than useful for fighting. Well, at least for war
Hmm.
anyway, because they're good for transporting items. Especially,
Yeah.
especially with things like roadside bombs and stuff like that. You can't just use normal vehicles anymore for transport because they just get
Oh yeah, you
thrown in
just
the
see a freaking, you just see a Prius driving around military equipment.
Might as
That
well have
works.
been because they used to just use things like Land Rovers and Jeeps and stuff like that and big vehicles for just carrying stuff.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Land Rovers and Jeeps are a lot more powerful than a goddamn Prius.
Yeah, but it's still an everyday car. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to explosions, they're just as useful as each other.
The Jeeps just weren't Jeeps originally a military style car and then moved into civilian life because people just liked them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The Jeeps are a military based weapon. We're talking about making a civilian based car into a military based car.
I'm pretty sure that's a Land Rover.
Oh. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I wasn't there in World War Two.
Neither was I. I know this one.
Ah. So you're pulling shit out of your asshole then, aren't you?
No.
You weren't there, so you can't say what happened there. It's fact.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there. Fuck.
Okay, Michael.
Did you not get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Well, it could be there. Like what you said,
Yeah.
what you brought up with the last podcast, you said about you asked us the question if we could be immortal, but we can't interact with time and stuff like
Who
that.
can be immortal?
That
You
was
asked
Aston.
us. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Jesus fucking.
Oh, yeah, if you're immortal but you can't like interact with the world and you had
Yeah.
to basically relive everything.
Would you?
Yeah, would you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
That's the
I
thing.
still wouldn't. I would lose my goddamn mind.
All the information that I mean, just telling you this now about how Land Rovers were civilian cars and then returned them and they were used in the military. I could have learnt firsthand with that power. That's all the other stuff you can learn. Even small things like that. So yeah. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be here to tell me.
Oh, I am here now. Assuming it was like, well, this is the point of time. I can't unwrite my own piece of time, right? If I went back in time and became immortal.
So wait, are you telling me that you would be? Were you trying to alter the rules and say that if you were to come back to your regular time zone, knowing everything you do now, you would be able to interact with life now?
Actually, no, I brought that up last time. I said I can't not interact with with timelines in the future because I don't know how that acted. I could have actually done something that could have affected the future because I don't know what happens in the future. That's what I said before when you brought that up. I said, well, technically I could interact with the future because I don't know
In time zones that I was alive before I made the wish.
if
Or whatever.
if I interacted with something. I don't know if that was a part of the future or not. I could have accidentally started World War 3. I wouldn't know that because I can't. I have no idea how things go. 'Cause I'm
No
pretty sure we brought it
idea.
up. We would come back to this point in time and we'd be talking because the whole timeline would just line up.
I guess so, yeah. You would have to be able to interact with your own timeline, but you wouldn't be able to interact with the point where you went back in time and before your time.
Yeah.
The only time you'll be able to change things, and you'd probably at that point only be able to just redo everything you did at that point. No way of changing it, because that would change so many things.
Yeah.
So really, you want to really relive secondary school?
Maybe I might be able to pick up something new if I can still regain information.
Not allowed to kill yourself off either. So you still have to relive through secondary school. So you
Yeah.
even though you wouldn't be able to handle it, you have no choice.
That was a big leap. I said about getting more information from the experience, and you said, "Well, you can't just kill yourself." I know that. Is that the reason why you wouldn't go back? Just because of secondary school? I
Yeah,
know.
pretty much.
All the information I could learn, yeah, nothing. But if I was to go through school again, I'd just abandon it.
I can learn the space.
No, literally everything in the universe, but you have to go back to school.
Mozart, speak to Albert Einstein, how he figured out his theories, anything. Speak with the dinosaurs because they could have spoken. Nah, fuck all of that. All that information now, not worth it because I have to go back to secondary school again.
I mean, yeah, reasonable.
To be honest, I'd go through all that pain just to go back and see if Velociraptors have feathers or not. Because if Velociraptors didn't have feathers, I'd be so fucking smug.
Wait, wouldn't they originally not have feathers and then went, yeah, they had feathers?
Well, I've looked this up, and I can't actually find anything that says Velociraptors had feathers. But the other cousins to Velociraptors is very similar, but there's a fucking hundreds of them apparently. So I looked through all of them. I could not remember a single fucking name. But it's all different kind of raptor, Gigaraptor, Rubberaptor, Raptor, just random last name.
The Gigaraptor.
With Raptor at the end of it. I just.
Gigatrad Raptor.
But yeah, apparently some of those had feathers. So it's likely that Velociraptor had feathers, but if they didn't, I'd laugh my ass off. Because paleontologists go on for so much about how they should have feathers.
Hang on, Michael's currently having to cover up the window because he took the blanket off and now I'm blind.
Okay.
You wouldn't find that took back off recently.
Yes. You literally did it just before the sun came out. Also called morning.
But yeah. I'm talking about Velociraptors now. Because, well, I don't care.
I don't want Velociraptor, thank you.
I don't care if Velociraptor has feathers or not. The Jurassic Park Velociraptors are way better looking. I'm glad they can stay the same like that because, well, I mean, it's entertainment.
Dominion, oh my god, have you seen Dominion yet?
I saw the trailers, I haven't gone to see it yet. I'm dying to go see
Is it even out yet?
Yeah, it came out last week, I think. Or
Oh,
beginning of
I'm not
or
watching
beginning
it.
of this
don't
week, I
plan to
think.
watch it.
I'm definitely watching it at some point in cinemas, preferably if I can. But yeah, it's there is a feather.
I saw a clip of it. I saw a clip of it where, you know, the main character, woman, was being chased by a velociraptor and managed to outrun it and outjump it.
I hear that. That's an interesting thing because people don't actually think about this about Jurassic World, or Jurassic Park even. But InGen didn't revive dinosaurs. They brought them. They created their own dinosaurs from DNA. That's why the raptors are bigger and stuff than they should be because it's what they created. And so people think, oh no, each dinosaur should be more realistic or more accurate to what people think of them. But if InGen wanted to create a dinosaur to look like what they want to, they can. It's all for a theme park after all. They're not creating scientific accurate specimens for research purposes. They're purely working with genetics. That's why the Dilophosaurus, I think that's how you call it, I always get it wrong. You know that thing with the sort of thing around its neck that killed Dennis Nedry in the first film?
Oh, the thing that spat acid at someone.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
poison.
I think it is.
Yeah, that.
Was it even poison? Wasn't it just the stuff that just irritates your eyes?
No, I'm pretty sure it was like some sort of poison.
And when they finish you off.
Yeah.
Anywho, what were you saying?
Those dinosaurs never actually had that frill, that neck piece. They were added in the movie just because it looked cool.
That thing they used to just scare people. They never had that.
Nope, those dinosaurs never had that. And that should be a clear indication that InGen aren't creating realistic dinosaurs. They're creating basically new dinosaurs for a theme park, really.
Attraction pieces.
Yeah, attraction pieces. They're playing with genetics. That's why some
Playing
raptors.
God.
That's because there's an argument about how intelligent some of the raptors are. But if you think about it, they're not real
They
raptors.
probably got that from not genetics, experimentation.
Yeah, if they wanted to combine raptor DNA with, I don't know, a golden retriever, then yes, probably raptors would be more obedient. It's all about genetic play. So,
But did they?
we don't know. It's all a lot of secrets. Even with law and
A
stuff.
lot.
If you get deep into the law and things, not even fans can find out, even within old scripts and stuff, whether or not what DNA was used in raptors. So,
I'm surprised if it's a cat because they're very friendly and they randomly just turn on you.
I mean, the dinosaurs are just constantly after you, so it doesn't really change anything. A really aggressive cat.
Mumbles.
Mumbles is a sweetheart. She wouldn't hurt anyone unless they pissed her off.
then
Like
they
you,
die.
Would.
Michael sticking his feet in Mumbles' face,
But
and
she's
then
in my
getting,
fucking
and then
chair.
and then being surprised that she then attacked him.
She didn't just attack me. Like normally, if I'm stroking her with my hand, she would hit me with her paw. But no, she fucking bit me.
Yeah, because it didn't look like a hand, Michael. When have you ever been? When have you ever seen a cat get pet with someone's feet?
Have you ever seen a cat bite someone's feet?
Yes.
No. When have you? Yes, when they
Yes.
friggin' do shit like what you do.
Well, I see a lot of
Cats.
crap on the internet where people
Yeah.
just being idiots.
Should we put this Coke in the fridge?
Mumbles has never bit my foot. And Michael, may I have some of your Coke, please?
No.
Michael's an asshole. Confirmed.
Aston, I would like to enjoy my 1.75 litre bottle of Coca-Cola by myself without giving it to anyone, which very, very,
Selfish
very
prick.
rarely happens, Aston.
Well, I did
Very
think
rarely happens. It happened yesterday.
Why'd
It's
you pick
Coke
on
Zero. You don't like Coke Zero, Aston. That's why.
Michael? Why'd you go on a fucking monologue every time you have to defend yourself? I've noticed a lot when I
Because
watch
that's
recordings. You fucking
Yeah,
go,
this is recorded. We'll just edit it to make you look like an idiot.
No, when I watch other recordings, and you two just argue, Michael goes on a fucking Disney villain monologue.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Anywho, we were talking about what again?
dinosaurs mainly.
Got off task. I mean, dinosaurs wasn't even actually one of the freaking things we were going to talk about. We just started talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, we were
Why?
talking about tanks, but they're dinosaurs somehow.
Mm.
But
Ow.
we're done with tanks anyway because I've pretty much summed up with tanks can never be outdated because they're an ever-evolving concept.
There will never not be a use for a tank.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like even the weakest tanks could just be used for inventory purposes.
yeah. I mean, tanks can be used if they're incredibly weak for SWAT vans or SWAT teams as well, and
Hmm.
what's it called, riot police and stuff like that. Because they used to. There was before World War II, when Britain was working with tanks and trying to work out what would be the best. Some were used like that. So yeah, tanks-
Imagine you just protesting or rioting and you just see a freaking Stuart come around the corner.
yeah,
Well, that's what happened in Korea, or was it China?
probably both.
No, they're
A
like,
guy stood up to
Oh, that.
a person in a tank, and it's like the biggest, most badass thing a man could ever do. Stand up to a
Hmm.
fucking tank, like barrels pointing right
actually,
next
the
to
biggest badass thing you can ever do is say no to your wife. I'll never do it. Because I'll have to get a wife.
I was about to say that.
Remember, man, saying no to your wife. She'll appreciate it. You're always gonna, before we get banned for misogyny, I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. I have no idea where he's going with that anyway.
Neither was I, that's why I shut up. I just used the excuse.
See, Michael, that's what you do when you don't know what you're talking about. Just shut up.
Yeah.
But I do.
Either shut up, use a small excuse to shut up and shut up.
Oh my god, that looks so
And he's realised.
pretty. Look how pretty they look.
I cannot talk
No,
for a moment.
talking about the game.
They have sparkles.
No one cares.
They have sparkles, Aston.
No one cares.
You should.
But no one
But yeah,
Anywho,
so yeah.
back to other shit.
You can talk about dinosaurs more. You can
Or we could talk about how Boris Johnson managed to survive his no confidence vote.
that goes into the politics. And that's the rule.
Yeah, well, whatever. Politics version of the part of the podcast. We'll have a stinger eventually. Basically, he got. I don't know what the reason was for the no confidence thing. I'm pretty sure we could think of several reasons.
Yeah, well, it's obvious reasons.
Yeah,
The fact he hasn't been able
but
to do
like,
anything successful.
yeah, but like he managed to survive that vote by like one vote.
Wow.
He was from 41 to 49, I think. Actually, let's quickly go search it up. Boris, no. Or if I just put Boris no confidence. There we go. What happens next? Confidence wins by 21. Okay. No confidence vote. Prime Minister wins by 211 to 148, but 40% of Tory MPs fail to back him. Okay. So no, it wasn't 41 to 49. Matt was just bullshit. Matt's my stepdad.
Well, well, if we're going this route anyway, I honestly don't care. Well, at least it goes. What are we going to swap him out with? Another idiot doesn't know what they're doing.
Oi! I want to be Prime Minister.
Oh fuck.
I feel like any middle class or lower class citizen can probably do a lot better lots better job than all the upper class citizens
Yeah.
because they understand what life is like. They understand how it can help.
A corpse can do better than most of them. It's just not a challenge. That's
Not
the
even
thing.
a competition.
If we just replace him, what do we replace him with? That's an issue with doing fucking Brexit because of David Cameron threatening to have a chance and just quitting. We was like, well, okay, well, what now? It was just, and we still got another person who just couldn't do shit. Then we got Boris, who couldn't do shit.
Pick me.
And it was like, well, whether we win that vote or lose it, we're still going to be stuck with some idiot who's going to make it worse. Meet yourself, Michael.
Food. Yeah.
I'm paying for
Can you mute him so you know when he stops talking? Because I was like, what have we done muting? I'll call this back.
Hang on a minute. So I've got to mute. Okay, hang on a minute.
Matt, and then Matt also gonna pay for you.
Whoops. I may or may not have just disconnected from the call.
So I'm gonna come downstairs now.
I mean, it works.
I'm still hearing from your fucking end now.
He's going downstairs, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Wow, even with it planned out and everything, he still walks off and probably be gone for the next hour.
How much time do we have left? 42 minutes. It doesn't have to be 2 hour long episode either, so.
But yeah, I could definitely do a better job than Boris Johnson. Oh, China wanna do something? No. France wanna do something? No. People wanna overturn me? No. Like, it's just so easy. No, but all seriousness now. Boris is a shithead.
Yeah.
But he's the only guy who we can vote for because everyone else is just worse.
Yeah, exactly, that's my point. If we just get rid of him, we're just going to place him with somebody who's no different, possibly worse. If anything, we should just let the Queen take it back to the country and let her decide on things for a while. Because let's be
And
honest.
you are now on a list.
What do you mean? I'm with the fucking Queen.
Oh no, you'll get off the list as soon as the Queen comes into power.
The Queen has power.
like-
I have to explain this to you. She has the power. Because she got
She has the power.
She has other people doing stuff. She doesn't do anything. So
Oh, doing things? That's peasantry work. My best Queen impression, shut up. I'm terrible in impressions. Actually kind of embarrassing. Didn't we have like one more thing? Oh yeah, Freddo price is going up.
Oh,
Whoop,
yeah.
whoop.
I don't want to talk about that because I'm so sick of people talking about stuff like that. It's like I
I
know
got the power of fucking Freddos.
I like Freddos and stuff, but there's other chocolate. I mean, you can get
Yeah,
Aero
there
bars
is.
for £1, so
Yeah, big ass Aero bars. Oh my god! Imagine if it would be a problem as soon as Freddos reach of £1. Imagine that, £1 fucking Freddos. Those tiny little pieces of chocolate. That'll be somewhere in the future. Freddos are definitely going to become £1 somewhere in the future.
Mm.
Like 2070 or something. Then we could tell our grandkids, oh, I remember when you can get a Freddo for 29p. And it used to be 15, but we're too jaded and senile to remember it was actually 15. I know Michael will definitely be telling his kids about that. Oh, you used to be able to get about 5 Freddos for £1. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's just going to get to the point where Freddo's just, there's not going to be any money from Freddo's. People just won't buy them. Because let's be honest,
Yeah.
they are just a piece of chocolate shaped like a
I
frog.
don't think anyone buys Freddos anymore.
Mm.
I think they do see a Freddo and go, oh, I should get that just for the fun of it. But nobody
Yeah.
regularly goes out to get Freddos.
It's just a little bit of nostalgia, really.
Yeah, a kid. Your inner kid needs to taste the chocolate you can get for 5p. I'm talking about for the people who are 30 years old or something.
Yeah.
40 even, because they still wouldn't be able to be my parent if they were 40, if they were 30. Hang on a minute. If they were 40, I'm 22. They would have to be. Well, if you're 40 and you'd be able to be my mother or father because I'm 22.
Be 18, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you could still have a child when you're 16, but like, yeesh.
Mm.
That's unfortunate.
You're
'cause You
23.
should have practiced. Fuck, I am 23. I forgot my own fucking birthday.
It's a good thing we're the same age.
Yeah. I mean, you have your birthday before me, but yeah.
Yeah. With the year, the
My
most
cat's
important thing, especially
staring
with
at
you,
me
since
about
you get
my
off by a
food.
year.
I keep forgetting my age. It is terrible.
Mm.
Like, every time I ask my age, I have to think about it. Like, deeply.
I used to do that because people just don't really ask anymore. So when it happens, you're like, wait, what?
There's
I don't know.
such thing as age now? Holy crap. We still do that thing around here?
I don't know how to keep
But
track.
nah, I'm terrible with my age.
So yeah, it's
So if that's everything we've got to talk about, we can end the podcast here.
yeah. Should we?
We should probably like maybe think of big like not projects but like topics.
Yeah,
Like maybe take a page out of Markiplier's book.
yeah. But I'd have to watch this podcast
Although
first.
wasn't our original plan, but like we took too long and they did it first, which is very unfortunate.
No, we did it because we just talk about bollocks all the time. That's why we
Mm.
did it. But to be honest, we did this at last minute sort of. We had to.
Yeah, we never plan anything out.
Yeah, the only time we have planned anything out is when it doesn't happen.
Yeah. It really is. Like last week, we kind of planned it out, and then it never happened.
Yeah, it'll be fair. That was a fucking 24-hour get ready fucking plan though, with a late notice.
I mean, we did spend a week getting all the topics we could think of, and then
Yeah.
not even doing the research and just saying shit.
Well, I was going to look into that chocolate thing, but I just had shit to do.
I mean, it like they sat there for like several hours. I would not be surprised if some of them did taste some of the chocolate.
Yeah. Well, I would have definitely licked it off myself a bit.
Oh, the fine they must have had.
Yeah.
They must have had to pay for the damages because that's an entire batch of chocolate just ruined.
Yeah.
I mean, dirty shoes in your chocolate. Mmm. Feet flavored M&Ms.
I mean, well, they probably could sell that. I know some.
They probably
I
could.
know some things
Yeah,
about
on
the internet.
OnlyFans or something. Oh, that's got to be out there somewhere.
I was about to say.
Fish feet crushed M&Ms.
I was about to say it's Belle Delphine's next project. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I know something to talk about because I heard about it
Oh,
recently.
she's gonna cut her feet up if she has to trample all over M&Ms. So the shards of solid chocolate, not powder, chocolate paper.
Speaking of cutting herself up,
Yeah, her feet are just gone.
what I was about to mention because I heard literally about this the other day. Belle Delphine, you know about light bulbs in your mouth? You can put them in, but you can't get them out.
Yeah.
Well, Belle
She
Delphine,
tried that.
she heard about it, so she tried it, but the bottle broke in her mouth and just she was
Look.
fucked up.
Oh no. I'm assuming the hospital was involved.
Don't know yet. She tried sorting it herself.
Don't
She might have done
wait.
by
When
now.
was this?
I don't know. I
Oh.
saw it on a YouTube video. It was a MXR. I can't remember if it's a recent one or a later one that I missed. But
That's
it's
unfortunate.
I imagine she would have done eventually. She can fix. She tried painkillers and it obviously did not work. But
She sliced up her mouth, and she thought she could just take some painkillers. Oh yeah, I just took a stab wound. Let's get some ice pack on that.
well,
Sorry, my inner nurse came out.
sometimes could help. Not with a stab wound, but like if you get cut, you go to doctors about it. But I'd imagine,
She's got a mouth full of frozen peas now.
yeah, I would imagine she went to the doctors eventually. But
No more putting light bulbs in your mouth. Did we know the science behind that whole putting a light bulb in but not out?
well, I suppose it's the shape of the light bulb, really.
Really?
I don't know.
It doesn't make much sense.
Or maybe it's
Do you
something about
think you'd just be able to open your jaw more to?
maybe
you
it's
know,
about
get it out?
leverage. Because
Maybe.
it'd be easier to
You
push
won't
it
be able
in
grab-
than to pull it out.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
it's-
think you'd be able to put a screw?
Maybe it's the shape of the teeth. Because aren't teeth slightly slanted at the front? Or back, or whatever?
yeah.
I don't know. But it reminds
Maybe.
me of one of Russell Howard's jokes. And
What do you say?
I think he was either, because he's dating a nurse, but I can't remember if it was either him in the waiting room or he from his girlfriend's story. But a bloke came into the I want to say hospital. What's the other thing?
AR.
Yeah, because he got a light bulb stuck in his mouth.
Yeesh.
And then about half an hour later, his taxi driver came in with a light bulb stuck in his mouth.
What?
And Russell went.
Why?
Russell. So what was funny because clearly what happened is the guy got light bulb stuck in his mouth, called for a taxi, and probably described to the taxi driver how you can put a light bulb in but can't get out. And the taxi driver must have clearly gone and thought, well, I'll drop you off to the hospital, but I'm going to prove you wrong. And then he has to go to the hospital.
Wow.
It was-
The taxi driver just drove off, got a light bulb, put it in his mouth, and went, "Oh fuck," and drove back.
yeah.
Which, like, where is this? I want to watch it.
Oh, I can't remember. I would imagine just typing Russell Howard.
Wait, was
light
Russell
bulb.
Howard there, or was it a story he was told?
I can't remember. That's what I literally started off this conversation with. I can't remember if it's
Oh.
from his girlfriend because she's a nurse, or if it was him waiting in the emergency room because he hurts himself a lot, obviously, because he's a lunatic. But yeah,
Okay, he's in the hospital so much that he managed to develop a relationship with one of the nurses.
yeah.
Jesus,
Probably.
it sounds like something will happen of Jackass. My God, Jackass! I don't ever want to watch it, but Michael practically forces me to every day. It's upsetting. Not gonna lie.
I don't
I
mind
don't
it.
really want to spend my day looking at penises.
Oh, except for those parts. Just when they hurt themselves, that's funny.
I mean, I don't watch them at all, so I wouldn't know.
But you just said you got forced to watch them.
Yeah, but I don't pay attention to them, so I like try my best not to look at them.
Mm-hmm. Change your story.
But
Now.
Michael, shut up. Michael would just watch it and then like I'll be minding my own business and I'll just hear in the fucking corner. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was basically just a fat man being shot with a paintball while spinning around in a circle.
Okay.
Like humor is dead.
No,
I
people get
mean,
hurt. Is
it's a
always
very
funny.
British thing to laugh at. It's a very British thing to laugh at pain.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if that laugh I freaking made was even caught on mic.
no, it
Was
definitely was. I probably have to turn that down in editing.
You just send that audio file over Discord.
About half an hour left, so if it's a full 2 hours of recording, I know when to go back for.
Mm.
But yeah. So Michael's ordering food. Is he ordering the whole place or?
I don't know. I mean,
Or has
other
he got
people
lost?
have to figure out what they want.
Oh
He
Jesus!
got
fucking
lost from
Christ.
the stairs.
With your family,
he
that could
basically
be
has-
decades.
Yeah, it could very much be.
'Cause I was going to keep talking until we can get him back and actually proper ending to this.
Oh, I hear a cough. I hear a cough coming from the stairs. Nope, he's walked into the kitchen. Never mind.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Like, so inconsiderate, ain't he?
Yeah, no, it was this idea. He wanted to do a fucking podcast as well because we haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, wasn't he the one who brought it up?
Yeah, with only a day's notice, and then we have to wait for the next fucking week because of complications. And he's just like wandering fucking off, forgetting that he's in a fucking podcast. Honestly, we should just replace him.
Yeah, he forgets everything. Replace him with who?
I don't know. Anything we be better from this. We've not had a
Chatbot
decent
from
podcast
Google.
at all, and we've got like 3 of them already.
We'll replace him with the chatbot from Google. Why not?
Hmm.
So anywho, what we were saying before we were angry at Michael, who's not even here.
Oh, he'll know when he watches the podcast if he does.
Michael won't watch the podcast. He doesn't have the freaking retention freaking capacity
I
to
know.
watch it.
He's not even fucking in it. He's got.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying. It's not behind his back if it's recorded. You can see it any time he wants.
Yeah.
We do. That's the thing when people talk about behind the backs. I don't talk behind people's backs unless it's like obviously say to their face. And I've said this to his face multiple times.
I mean, technically, it isn't talking behind someone's back when you're actively recording it for them to watch
Yeah.
it.
Well, I'm just saying in general, if I talk about this to their face and if I say it not to their face, it's not exactly talking behind their back because either not new information or just like I usually say anyway. It's all for laughing purposes as well. It's just being two-faced is another thing that we can talk about for a moment because that's American thing, isn't it? Being two-faced because in Britain that's just being polite.
I feel like that. I feel two-faced, as in like you're one thing, but like you can just change to another thing behind someone's back. That kind of thing.
Yeah, well, kind of. Yeah, well, being polite to their face and then slagging them
I think
off
being
behind their back.
two-faced is an American thing. Bipolar is a British thing.
No, being polite. It's just being polite in Britain because it's like, yeah, we don't say shit to people's face. We do want to start a fight. We're polite to their face.
I
because
mean, unless you're
we're
in London.
British. Well, yeah, but some people. But I'm saying generally, you're nice to yeah, I don't know. Times you've probably been nice to people you don't like, just because it's not easy than arguing with them.
At that point, it's more like tolerating them.
Yeah, exactly. We do that because it's polite.
I mean, can't exactly have a murder in the middle of the woods, Harry. That's all I'm gonna say because I can't say the second sir word. Otherwise, I could actually sir word.
I don't know what you're talking about anyway, so it's over my head.
Yeah, I know exactly. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't.
I can't say the surname because then that could get me in some massive legal problems.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I can't afford a lawyer, so what exactly are you gonna sue me for if I can't afford a
I
lawyer?
don't know. But yeah, I mean, being truly two-faced is where you keep being that person's friend despite not liking them. But that's just you being an idiot, really. But yeah, in England,
That's literally everyone in the school Yumi used to be, the secondary school tour.
Oh no, there's a lot of people that weren't like that. People just because a lot of people fell out in our school because school was horrible. It was just
Oh yeah,
it,
the amount of stress that secondary school would put on the kids.
yeah. It was so bad for our year because everything changed for our year each fucking year. So we either didn't get stuff, or it just
We got golden hour. We were the very last. We were the last years to ever get golden hour,
yeah.
and they stopped golden hour. I don't know why they stopped it, but they just stopped it for reasons unknown. Probably a budget issue, but like, yeesh, how bad is your school for you're losing money?
Yeah, no.
I mean, they got worse. Like golden hour. Oh no, golden hour. What a first world problem. But nah, one where we had to freaking spend over 100 quid for a new uniform for our
Yeah.
school.
For only 2 years we was there. Because it changed.
Yeah,
Or was it a year and a half or something like that? I can't remember what it was like. But
there are
it was,
some college students in America going, "Oh yeah, 100 quid for a school uniform for 2 years. Try a textbook for $300 for freaking like one lesson." Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we all have our own issues, mate.
well, the thing is about that, in England, people would just print out, or basically pirate the things, weren't they? I know that would happen in England. People would just pirate those books. Because,
They probably would. I mean, technically, you don't even like. Is it a thing that the teachers have to check? The
well, I don't know.
teachers check the textbooks every time.
But with schools,
Like
in
you're putting
England,
too much effort into trying to squeeze money out of people.
well, the thing is, in England, most teachers will probably allow it. Like, well, obviously, they wouldn't be allowed to allow it, but they'll turn a blind eye for things because it'd just be like, well, they're not being paid extra to tell students.
Yeah,
to,
they're not being paid extra to be lawful.
Yeah, I mean, so if the NBA came with a photocopy thing, I mean, teachers probably have their own photocopy of the textbook. So
I mean, yeah, the freaking black and white text you always see on the pieces of paper, they freaking mass produce those texts.
I don't know teachers always get colour.
Yeah, teachers always get color. The students, oh no, they can go fuck themselves. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, let's look at this pic. What do these pictures mean? I don't know, sir. It's in 144p.
I mean, I had access to a coloured printer when I was at school, so if I had that issue, I probably would print up multiple copies and just sell them to students for way cheaper. I mean, if I sell them for like £5, I'll make a decent amount of money.
For that one lesson. For that one lesson.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you spend £5 or £100, your choice.
Yes. And it will be a price of a Freddo, so 50p now.
Yeah,
50p just to be able to see what you've been written. Our school, I feel like our school was a scam.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we have to pay hundreds of quid for the money and then we have to actually go to school, only be tortured by our own freaking teachers.
Torture is a strong word. I don't want to sound like you now with being technical, but torture.
Technical?
You have a go at me with saying not saying allegedly. I wouldn't say tortured.
Allegedly tortured.
That would be, I would say, exaggeration. But yeah, tortured would be the word I use anyway. I always called it Satan's rejected help it. Play so shit Satan wouldn't want it.
Yes.
I've also said that it was their motto was respect and pride, but it's more like hope and pray that the duct tape holds long enough for Ofsted to inspect.
I mean, the place has gone down. The place has gone to absolute shit since we left.
Oh yeah.
So we are lucky. We are lucky that we managed to get out of that place before it fell apart completely.
It was on a decline when we was there. We just got off before things started hitting fucking jagged rocks as it sunk down to the fucking depths.
Yeah. We managed to get off the Titanic before it hit the iceberg.
Well,
We knew the iceberg was there. We knew that, yeah, I suppose. We got on the lifeboats leaving school.
I mean, I escaped from Tom and I stayed for an extra 2 years because...
Yeah, I was about to say, I managed to get off there way before you did, Owen, because you stayed around to do art class, didn't you?
Yeah, because there's no way I was going to do college for 4 years.
College.
Because
college was the best thing that happened to me. I don't know why you didn't want to go to college.
Because it would have been 2 extra years of school, of which I would have to be doing like twice the amount of writing as expected. It was ridiculous. I hate those kind of
Actually,
things.
no. College was actually super tame, and I'm talking. I like was doing freaking uniform public service. You'd think that would be like one of those proper like serious army like places, but no, they were freaking tame as fuck.
They have to be played with stuff like that, otherwise people just not deal with it. Because if you're doing something like that, people are joining out the kindness of their heart, so you can't be fucking rough to them, because they're just going to go, okay, well, if this is what this is, I'm not
Fuck
going
you! I want people to die now.
No, they're just going to be like, well, it clearly isn't the place for me, because I'm a kind-hearted person. I'm not going to be involved with stuff that's so rude, you know. If this is what it's like to fucking save people's lives, then clearly it's not saving people's lives as I thought it used to be, or was. So yeah, of course that's stuff like that. But I wanted to do engineering, and that involves a lot of fucking writing and typing out essays. I wasn't going to do 4 years.
Instead of pursuing your goal of engineering, you took art class.
Well, yeah, because it was easier. Engineering, I could learn how to do engine stuff fairly easy. I didn't need to do 4 years of it, because I know what's going to happen. I was going to do 1 year of anything to do with engines, and then it would be 3 years of constant typing.
I've really got your hopes up.
Michael shouting across the entire goddamn building.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're so fat.
When he eats in, we could just end it, because I'm pretty sure we've got like 20 minutes. Yeah, 18 minutes.
Welcome back, Michael.
Welcome back to... Oh, he's not in.
Have my
Just get him back
No,
in
he's not. He's not on the thing. Oh yeah, Michael, you got kicked out of Discord.
by accident.
It just got impatient with you. Discord thought you were AFK, so we kicked you. Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to the podcast.
We
You said
talked about how. Yeah.
Hello. Sorry, I was sorting out food.
Yeah, what was you cooking it? What the fuck? Was
Wait.
that? Anyway,
Sorting out what happened.
so yeah, we're just talking about school really, but we don't want
Yeah.
too much into it.
There would never be a podcast where we don't talk about school.
Like I said before, it's a traumatic experience.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Fucking hate school.
I feel like everyone in Britain hates school.
Mm.
It's just like it's more like a requirement to know that you're British. Did you hate your school? Yes. All right, you're full-fledged Brit.
Yeah, because American would go like, well, I learned a lot of stuff there. I can't say I hate it.
Ah, yes. American. Actually, no, that's not good.
America is stupid.
Well, Americans would be like that until they pay off the debts, and they'd be like, yeah, no, school sucks. It's like they feel like they're binded by contract to be nice until they pay off the, you know.
They practically are.
Well, they have to be kind.
I mean, they're signing up for student debt just to get a freaking like degree in something that is completely useless.
Mm.
Allegedly.
Like gender studies.
Allegedly, Michael, you need to say allegedly. Okay,
I need to go to the toilet and blow my
Michael's
nose.
gonna get arrested.
Okay.
Well, arrested in a different
No, don't wander off. Get back here.
Retarded. Continent
Michael's
as
wandering
well.
off again.
Different continent.
You just spat in my face, you bridge.
Michael, get back
Fuck
onto
it.
the fucking PC so we can end this now.
Michael, go wipe your nose, you freaking toddler.
Oh my fucking god.
I know, right? You just cannot stay still.
We'll get him on so we can end this because we're out. We're just out of topics now, and it's more or less the time.
I mean, just saying random bullshit works too.
Mm. Yeah, well, that's what we planned on doing. So that's what we just need topics to start it off. But yeah, we got about 16 minutes.
Problem is none of the topics really sparked anything.
Nah. Well, I mean, they filled in about half an hour at least. Oh, I think they actually filled in about half an hour to 15 minutes. I don't know. Well, I am.
Michael has just started. Nah, Michael will probably want to continue the podcast when he gets back, so let's not close it down now.
Well, we've only got 16
Michael,
minutes.
hurry up! We got 16 minutes before the end of the podcast.
16 minutes. Fuck, I can masturbate 7 times in that time.
Very funny.
The fact that you could somehow reload in that time.
Oh fuck, no, I can't. Most I've done a day was 3.
Nobody cares. Nobody really cares.
3 in 24 hours. Those are rookie numbers,
Well,
Michael.
Aston cares.
Who cares?
I said nobody
Everyone
cares.
said, no one cares, no one cares, no one cares. No one cares.
Like autistic or autastic? I don't know what I just said there. We're gonna ignore it and move on.
It's not called autistic, Aston. It's called a superpower.
Oh god, those people.
No, don't you
Oh.
dare! Don't you dare start talking about those in the podcast. Don't just
But it goes towards the podcast,
no.
You know what else it goes towards? Depression.
And then they may not, and then you-
which I get from listening to those freaking brain melted people. Anyhow. Oh, Michael's been saying this random ass bullshit over and over again, and it's so annoying. It's such an unhealthy thing to just say over and over again.
What is it?
What do you think it is, Owen?
I can't remember what it is, to
I
be
don't know.
honest.
I just ignore his bullshit.
I wish I could ignore his bullshit. He basically
Oh,
almost every time he enters the
no
bedroom,
ships,
just
only pirate ships.
what? No, first of all, you said that wrong. It's I see no ships, only fishing ships, and that was wrong, and that wasn't even it. You freaking recently have been just spouting freaking what was it? Pussy clean, pussy fresh.
Pussy tight, pussy clean,
That-
pussy fresh.
That he
Pussy
keeps
full
on
of ice,
saying
pussy
that.
fresh.
Why?
Because it's funny to say.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
It's
is.
annoying. Especially when your freaking sister is in the same goddamn room.
Hey, Aston, she hears it every day.
Yeah, from you.
It's not an excuse. Exactly.
Penis.
Anyway. I don't know. Oh, shit.
But yeah, if we're done with everything, we could just end the stream.
Yeah, podcast. Not streaming, not streaming.
What the hell?
Because
So I guess we have our inspirational quote I've gotten us
Yeah.
because I am the MVP of this podcast.
Fuck no, I've already got a fucking quote.
don't you dare.
He says what he's googling it.
Glowberries. What did they do?
Oh, he's talking about the game. Anywho, as I was saying, the inspirational quote today is
No, fuck you. Do we get one from each person?
No.
No!
We only need
Okay.
one.
Go on, Aston.
what are you shouting no about?
Because I did have an inspirational quote and now it's gone.
That's a shame. Anywho,
Ah,
my inspirational
it.
quote is the greatest revenge is massive success. And it means develop some fuck you energy and just win at everything just to prove your teacher that they were wrong and you're not a failure and you'll succeed at everything you strive for. Because that teacher's a cunt and doesn't believe in you.
I say my quote now.
Okay.
If you want, Michael. By
Some
the way, I
men
just said
aren't
things.
looking for logic, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, responded,
fuck's sake.
or neglected with some men just want to watch the world burn.
Batman!
Oh, Batman!
But yeah, isn't
I love how it was like, oh no, this shit.
well fucking
Fucking autistic, Michael.
anyway.
Not even inspirational. What the fuck?
What is it?
Anyway, actually,
No.
it's also sort of on par
don't
with
like it.
Revenge is the dish best served cold, really.
What?
Well, it's basically saying just because you're just basically be smug, and that's the best revenge.
No, be successful and be smug.
Yeah, you be smug about it.
Yeah. Rub it in their
I like
face
that
a
one.
little bit. Oh, I think food's here for
Yes.
Michael.
Yeah.
It's perfect time to end the stream, I
Yeah.
suppose. You got an inspirational quote? You actually got an inspirational quote, unlike Michael, who freaking had just a quote.
No, we only need one. That's good enough.
You need one. Michael just spouted bullshit that nobody cares about.
Mm.
Well done, Michael.
Well, I guess that's the end of the podcast.